Hello, namaste, and welcome to the newest episode of Legion of Sports. Instead of our usual gas bagging, talking X's and O's, reviews, and all this boring stuff, we finally have a fun show for you today. We have a great conversation with a couple of legends from our Dallas Gurkhas team, and we couldn't be more excited to share that. You could be doing anything right now, binge watching Netflix, working out in the gym like Broswell always is, or watching a paint dry. But the fact that you chose us with your valuable time, we are grateful for it. This conversation was recorded on Sunday afternoon, August the 2nd. We asked him how the Dallas Gurkhas was formed, where does this team stand now, and the plans for near future. We also made them create their best Dallas Gurkhas 70 side, and trust me, you don't want to miss that one out. And at the end, a fun little most likely game that involved our Dallas Gurkhas teammates. Great surprising answers in there. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Legion of Sports. We drop multiple episodes every week covering all the major sports. So without a further ado, let's just get straight into it. Get yourself settled, make yourself a tea, coffee, or just good old fashioned whiskey, like I have. Sit back and enjoy as we take a trip down to the history of Dallas Gurkhas.
As the saying goes, successful leaders see opportunities in every difficulty rather than the difficulty in every opportunity. Dallas Gurkhas, one of the most iconic Nepalese soccer teams in the United States, is represented and known for its work on the field as well as off the field. Today, I have with me two pillars of Dallas Gurkhas, two legendary veteran defenders who've had illustrious careers for Dallas Gurkhas. One in the glamorous city of Grapevine, on the outskirts of Dallas, the convener and founding member of Dallas Gurkhas, Binod Bista. We'd like to welcome you, Dai.
Thank you, Prazo, and thank you, Abhinash.
Thank you for joining us, actually.
Likewise, the other, all the way from the rainy city of Seattle, product of the famed Gandaki boarding school, another founding member of Gurkhas, former captain Pramoj Adhikari.
Thank you, Prajol and Avinash. Thank you for having me and Binod here.
So, without much ado, we'd just like to set the scene here. So, Binod, how's everything going? How's life going? How's the pandemic
Life,
affected you?
everything is good so far, so good, man. के भन्छ लाइक अब सबैको लाइफ जस्तै है अब सेम थिङ्स लाइक मेरो पनि त्यस्तै भइरहेछ अब आउटडोर लाइफहरू धेरै एफेक्ट भइरहेछ होइन बट लाइक आई थिङ्क वी हेभ टु थिङ्क or we have to say that we are lucky enough to like do things that what we love to do still today होइन जुन चाहिँ अब हाम्रो एउटा प्रिभिलेज पनि होला अब लाइक डिस्पाइट अफ दिस पेन्डेमिक besides that everything is good, man.
Also, I'd like to congratulate on your on the birth of your second baby.
Man, 1 year on life, sorry, but thank you though.
This pandemic, it just felt like 6 months, it gone so fast. It just feels like yesterday I was in spring break and now we're already in August.
I know, right? I feel the same way, man.
How about you, Pramod Dai? How's things up there in Seattle?
It's good, man. Actually, pandemic has taught us a lot of things. हामीलाई धेरै कुरा सिकायो होइन मलाई चाहिँ होइन as a work-wise it's a little hard, but I have more time with my family now. Everybody's working from home, kids are home, so I mean I try to find positive in every situation. So I have no complaint. I like it. I have more time with my family, but I miss playing soccer, and actually my son, he misses more soccer than myself. So it's not good on that side, but we have more family time.
त्यही त अहिले त के अरे अब तपाईँको छोराले हराउने बेला भइसक्यो फुटबलमा
Yeah, भाइ अब खेल्यो भने चाहिँ I can maybe I can beat him for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, I'm out of gas.
I mean that guy, man, he's a good dancer and a soccer player. I mean, he's everywhere.
He got my gene. I'm just kidding.
So how old is he, Dai?
He's 8.5.
So in a few years, seems like he'll be.
But he's taller than Pramod Dai.
I hope so, Prazo. I mean, back home, like me, Binod, you guys too, we wanted to play, but the situation was hard, right? The parents were not very supportive, but here we take kids to the practice. Hey, go to the practice.
Most definitely. There's a saying that back when we grew up, our parents had to, take us indoors. We're always outside. Now it's the opposite. Kids are always in like playing video games. We just have to, push them outside. So let's just go back a few years when you guys were growing up. So how was it like? How different? I saw you posted a picture of you doing of a waterfall in Pokhara.
Man, it's completely. I mean, I've been here in the US for like 16, almost 16 years now.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, it was hard. When I look at it, when I look back, अहिले पछाडि फर्केर हेर्दा त it's so nice, right? But at that time, it was very hard. So, I mean, my dad had a harder life than me. बाबाहरूको पालामा गाह्रो थियो, हाम्रो पालामा अलि गाह्रो थियो. It's always gonna get better. So I have no complaint. I enjoyed it as much as I could. So, but it was fun. Now looking back at it.
So you said it's been 16 years here. You started in Dallas, didn't you?
In 2004, I first came to West Virginia. I came as a student, like most of us. And West Virginia, then I moved to Houston, one semester in Houston. Then in 2005, December, I went to Dallas. And then from 2005 to 2015, as you guys know, I was in Dallas, and I had to move for different reasons.
So Binod, take us back a few years.
मेरो चाहिँ म लाइक प्रमोज दाइले भने जस्तो लाइक म चाहिँ 2008मा 8को बिगिनिङमा आएको हो युएस है. आई युज टु प्ले सकर लिटल बिट ब्याक होम. त्यही भएर लाइक यहाँ आउने बित्तिकै पनि हुन्छ नि अब नेपालमा प्रोफेसनल नभए पनि अब यहाँ चाहिँ हुन्छ नि एउटा अब रिक्रेसनलको लागि भए पनि लाइक सकर चाहिँ क्यारी अन गर्नु पर्यो भनेर चाहिँ त्यही प्यासन लाइक आई स्टार्ट चेन्जिङ फ्रम नर्थ डकोटा टु बस्टन टु टेक्सास. त्यही हो लाइक 2008को आफ्टर सेमेस्टर म अगस्टमा ड्यालस मुभ भएको थिएँ. त्यसपछि लाइक द जर्नी बिगिन्स pretty much like from Dallas Jawan to like soon after to Dallas Gurkhas. They were someone like we're here like between all this time.
So they journey ko kura garda. So let me ask, who was the first one between you two that got into the team, into Dallas Gurkhas? I mean, it has to be Pramoj, right?
It's a little tricky. So I was the first one to move to Dallas. म सुरुमा म आएको थिएँ Dallas हैन. But त्यति बेला चाहिँ there was no Dallas Gurkha. We used to play for a team called Dallas Jawan. And then then Binod came in, but when we officially played for Dallas Gurkha, we started together.
So who came up with the name Dallas Gurkhas?
It was Binod. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember those conversations. It's though, खासमा अब Pramoj that like अब I think for Dallas Gurkhas को लागि चाहिँ हुन्छ नि अब नाम त लाइक नामको लागि भन्दा पनि लाइक हुन्छ नि एउटा नाम त अब कसैले दिने एउटा पिक गर्ने कुरा थियो हैन. That's not a big deal, but it's a big deal. But like एउटा राम्रो नाम छ हैन, which we are always thankful for the person who gave this name. तर त्यो भन्दा नि लाइक मेन क्रेडिट चाहिँ लाइक यो टिम फर्म गर्नलाई चाहिँ हाम्रो प्रमोज दाइ र आई थिङ्क लाइक विजय अधिकारी लाइक हिज दिस टु गाइज आर लाइक मोर इन्भल्भ. किनभने हामीसँगै खेले पनि कस्तो हुन्छ अब डालस जवानमा डालस गएर हुँदाखेरि लाइक आई वाज जस्ट अ प्लेयर हुन्छ नि. म अब यता खेलौँ उता खेलौँ जसले भन्थ्यो त्यतातिर गइन्थ्यो होइन. त्यही हो अब दुईवटा टिमबाट बोलाउने उयसमा जस्ट लाइक इनिसिएसन डालस गएर बनाउनुपर्छ भन्ने इनिसिएसन चाहिँ अब लाइक प्रमोज दाइ वाज वान अफ द मेजर वान.
थ्याङ्क यू. त यस्तो थियो पहिला सुरुमा चाहिँ हाम्रो इन्टेन्ट पनि अब डालस गुर्खा बनाउने भनेर फुटबल खेल्न सुरु गरेको थिएनौँ होइन. मैले अगाडि भने जस्तै पहिला सुरुमा म डालस गएँ. डालस मुभ हुँदाखेरि चाहिँ म पनि अब नेपालमा अब स्कुलबाट खेलिरहेको होइन. प्रजोगमा त एउटा स्कुल पढाएँ होइन. हाउ बिग आवर स्कुल इज इन स्पोर्ट्स. आएपछि चाहिँ म चाहिँ रिच आउट गर्दै हिँड्थेँ क्या. नेपालीको स्टोरमा गएँ यहाँ फुटबल टिम छ भनेर खोज्दै हिँड्थेँ होइन. एउटा स्टोर थियो होइन त्यहाँ नेपालीको स्टोर. त्यहाँ चाहिँ युनिक मार्ट भन्ने नाम थियो होइन. त्यहाँ गएर सोधेँ त यहाँ नेपाली कोही खेल्छ फुटबल आई वान्ट टु प्ले सकर भनेको. अनि एकजना दाइले नम्बर दिनुभयो. त्यो दाइलाई फोन गरेँ. अनि रिमेम्बर सुनिल श्रेष्ठ दाइ हिज नो मोर विथ अस. म बित्नु भयो नि केही महिना अगाडि. उहाँलाई फोन गरेँ मैले, ल भाइ यहाँ हामी खेल्छ ल आऊ भनेर त्यसरी खेल्न गयो नि. तर अब हामीले डालस गुर्खा बनाउनेको मोटिभ लाइक विनोदले भने जस्तै सधैँ यो गरेर सन्डे बल हान्न भन्दा नि एउटा अर्गनाइज रूपमा एउटा सकरलाई लिएर जाउँ भन्ने हाम्रो गोल हो होइन. It's more than just going and kicking around on Sunday morning. Our goal was a little bit bigger than just playing soccer. That's why we started Dallas Gurkha Project.
Absolutely. So, as foreigners, when we come here, like we just want to, do better, for self growth or whatever it is. And on the weekends, we just like to hang out with friends, play soccer, and fitness is our another motive as well. We usually try to just get some fun time in, but why did it turn out to be so visionary? What objectives did you guys have when all this began? Was there a long term ambition, or just it just happened overnight?
होइन के भन्छ यस्तो हो प्रज्वल अब ओभरनाइट भन्दा पनि हुन्छ नि अघि कमल दाइले भने जस्तो लाइक एउटा खेल्नको लागि मात्रै नभएर हुन्छ नि वी न्यू फ्रम द डे वान कि जब हामी युएस आयो हुन्छ नि लाइक एउटा कम्युनिटीप्रतिको हाम्रो हुन्छ नि उत्तरदायित्व अथवा हाम्रो रेस्पोन्सिबिलिटी के हो भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ हामीले बुझाएको थियो होइन र आफ्नो प्यासन जेमा छ त्यो कुरालाई चाहिँ आफूले आफूसँग भएको टाइम छुट्याएर चाहिँ एउटा हुन्छ नि ओभरअल कम्युनिटीमा पनि यसले कसरी फाइदा पुऱ्याउँछ र आफू पनि कसरी इन्जोय गर्ने भन्ने कुरालाई नै फलो गरेर हामीले एउटा लङ टर्म गोल बनाएर चाहिँ एउटा इस्टाब्लिस टिम बनाऊँ एउटा कम्पिटिटिभ टिम बनाऊँ जुन चाहिँ नेपाली ओरिजिन बेस्ड होस् भनेर चाहिँ त्यसरी गरे होइन अनि एउटा लङ टर्म गोल भनेको नै यो हो कि युएसमा चाहिँ एउटा नेपाली ओरिजिन नेपालबाट आएको अथवा यहीँ हुर्किरहेको सेकेन्ड जेनेरेसन नेपालीहरूले चाहिँ एउटा कम्पिटिटिभ सकर टिमबाट चाहिँ सकर खेल्न पाओस् आफूलाई आफ्नो हुन्छ नि स्पोर्ट्सको थ्रुबाट चाहे त्यो अब भोलि प्रोफेसनल रूपमा जाओस् अथवा सेमाई प्रोफेसनल खेलोस् अथवा तिम्रो रिक्रेसनलको लागि हेल्थको लागि खेलोस् होइन एउटा प्लेटफर्म बनोस् भन्ने कुरा हो होइन त्यही भएर खासमा हामीले अब त्यो एउटा लङ टर्म ओभरअल गोल त्यही नै हो होइन जुनको एउटा हुन्छ नि जुन गोलको चाहिँ एउटा तिम्रो सर्ट टर्म गोल अथवा जुन गोलको एउटाको ब्रान्च स्वरूप चाहिँ हामीले लास्ट 6 इयर्स अगाडि जुन एउटा सकर क्लिनिक भनेर हामीले यो युथ र बच्चाहरूलाई हुन्छ नि किड्स र युथहरूको दुईवटा ट्रेनिङहरू सुरु गर्यो होइन त्यो पनि एउटा चाहिँ खासमा हाम्रो एउटा लङ टर्म गोल टिमको लङ टर्म भिजनको लागि सपोर्टिभ प्रोजेक्ट थियो क्या त्यो पनि अथवा छ भनौँ न अहिले पनि रन भइरहेछ
Yeah, we'll definitely get onto the soccer clinic thing. The culture in the club, when someone thinks of Dallas Gurkhas, they think of not just beautiful football, beautiful soccer. It's just the outside part of it. How do you develop that culture?
यसमा चाहिँ म भन्छु विनोद पहिला है
हुन्छ
यो चाहिँ एउटा रिजन एउटा वान अफ द रिजन होइन अहिले विनोदले भनेको एउटा म पर्सनल रिजन एउटा चाहिँ मलाई चाहिँ पर्सनली एक्चुअली जुन दिन गएर चाहिँ फर्स्ट दिनमा गएर मैले बल खेलेँ नि त्यो डालस जवानबाट मेक्सिकन लिग हामी त्यो मेक्सिकन लिग खेल्थ्यौँ मिडुमेरीमा स्टेट त्यहाँ गएर खेल्दाखेरि चाहिँ हाम्रो फर्स्ट डेमा चाहिँ वी लस्ट 16-0 है होइन even the goalie from other team came and scored that. It was a penalty kick, but it was a 16-0. And from that day, I've never lost a game like that. You know? And from that day, I was like, this is not how we play soccer. And they used to make fun of us. Even remember now. So now you can see how we won the same league, right? So you can see how much we grow playing soccer from 2005 in 2017 we won the league, and before 2017 we were so close so many times. We were in like semifinals, finals all the time. The culture को कुरा भन्दा सुरुमा हाम्रो टिम बनाउँदाखेरि हाम्रो टिममा चाहिँ इट्स नट ओन्ली यु डोन्ट सकर स्किल्स मात्रै भएर हुँदैन हैन राम्रो खेल्ने मात्रै भएर यु गट टु हेभ अ डिसिप्लिन हैन त्यो पहिल्यैबाटको चाहिँ हाम्रो डालस गुर्खाको एउटा त्यो यु कुड से इन्क्लुजन क्राइटेरिया अथवा त्यो क्वालिफाइङ क्राइटेरिया हुन्छ नि यु हेभ टु हेभ अ डिसिप्लिन हैन वी हेभ अ फ्यान्सहरू आएर हेरेर हुन्छ प्यारेन्ट्सहरू आइरहेको हुन्छ होइन त्यहाँ गएर कसले मुख छाड्ने हाम्रो नेपाली ट्रेडिसन छ नि त हारेपछि मुख छाड्ने यसलाई गाली गर्ने उसलाई गाली गर्ने फाइट गर्ने त्यो डालस गुर्खाले अहिलेसम्म कहीँ पनि गएर झगडा गरेको होइन डालस गुर्खा प्लेयरहरूलाई मुख छाडेको होइन हाम्रो एउटा सुनेको छैन कि गरेको पनि छैन गर्दा पनि गर्दैनन् प्लेयरहरूले होइन त्यही भएर हाम्रो डालस गुर्खामा चाहिँ you got to play good soccer and then you also have to have a discipline.
Indeed. I remember when I joined the team back in 2017, such an acclaimed side from a like you said, discipline standpoint as well. Not just inside the field, outside of the field as well. Such an exemplary side,
But absolutely, man. I remember the first time when I played for the team. I think Kamal Dai was there to pick me up, and he took me to the game. And त्यो हुन्छ नि ओभरअल भाइब के टिमको I mean it pretty much started from Kamal Dai होइन and he went all the way down to the captain. I think it was Umesh Dai होइन त्यतिखेर so and obviously leadership of Umesh Dai होइन he was so influential to all के like त्यो दाइले कसरी म्यानेज गर्ने टिम प्लेयर म्यानेजर चाहिँ उमेश दाइ जतिको राम्रो चाहिँ I don't think so I have seen anyone to to player young playerहरूलाई बोलाएर त्यो तिनीहरूलाई just to make them feel at home with Dallas Gurkhas. त्यो चाहिँ just
अविनाशले के भन्छ स्टार्टिङ 11 मा पर्ने टेक्निक
दाइ
I
त्यही त
agree with Avinash हैन हाम्रो टिम विनोदले भने नि अघि नै हाम्रो अब यत्रो टिमलाई सक्सेस बनाएर हैन लाइक to the almost 10 years 11 years हुन लागिसक्यो हैन लानले एकजनाले मात्रै सक्दैन हैन you have to have a group of people हैन अनि अर्को कुरा के भन्छ प्लेयर्सहरुलाई पनि क्रेडिट दिनुपर्छ हैन they look up to their seniors बुझ्यो नि हाम्रोमा भन्ने नि भने we have also mentorship हैन पहिला हामी आयो हैन नाउ हाम्रो धेरै जसो भाइहरु स्टुडेन्ट थिए हैन we only not help in soccer हैन सकारमा मात्र हैन स्कुलमा पनि कसरी कोर्सेसहरु लिने काम कसरी खोज्ने अब कामको पनि समस्या हुन्छ कतिलाई राइटको समस्या हुन्छ हैन it's like a small community it's like a family बुझ्यो नि so it's not just like hey you come and play every Sunday I see you every Sunday we hang out other than Sundays with तिम्रो भाइ के प्रब्लम छ के छ हेल्प गर्नु so it's like a family it's like a brotherhood हैन अब त्यसमा चाहिँ लाइक यु से आई एग्री विथ यु हैन त्यसमा कोही केटाहरु विनोद हाम्रो विनोदहरु अगाडि मार्केटिङ उता स्पोन्सर्सहरुसँग डिल गर्ने टुर्नामेन्टहरु अर्गनाइज गर्ने हुन्छ अनि वी हेभ लट अफ पिपल वर्किङ अन द ब्याकग्राउन्ड हैन पछाडीबाट केटाहरुलाई गेममा ल्याउनु पर्यो हैन कतिजना इन्जर हुन्छ हस्पिटल लानु पर्यो इट्स अ होल टिम हैन नि अहिले हामी यहाँ दुईजना मात्रै छ बोल्ने but we have like 20-25 guys working as a team
for sure all of these you mentioned 25 I believe there's plenty more all of these people give their helping hands each and every time they are all responsible to make this Dallas Gurkhas a great side. We'll get into much more details but before let's just play a small little game here we'll just be fantasy managers for right now
okay.
Let's just pick our very own 7-a-side team shall we?
That's the hardest thing I will have to ever do in my life man. I can choose 20 players, maybe 30 players so good from Dallas.
Exactly. That's why we only wanted to do 7-a-side so that I could hear from you and Binod since you guys been through from core history till now.
I want Binod to go first on this one.
All right, Binod.
I think यस्तो हो अब युजुअली अब यस्तो हुन्छ रियालिटी कुरा गर्दाखेरि धेरै जस्तो अब टिमको रोस्टर बनाउँदाखेरि गर्ने लाइक प्रमोज दाइ इज वान अफ द पर्सन हैन त्यही भएर अब टिमको रोस्टर बनाउने काममा जहिले पनि मेरो चाहिँ लाइक आई थिंक लाइक हुन्छ नि मेरो चाहिँ एकदमै न्यूट्रल एउटा सपोर्टिङ रोल मात्रै हुन्छ हैन प्रमोज दाइ इज अ गुड पर्सन टु एन्सर दिस हैन अथवा अब तिमीले मेरो लागि स्टार्टिङ 7 को स्टार्टिङ 11 को भन्छौ भने आई क्यान मेक माई ओन टिम लाइक
Okay, let's hear
myself.
You sound like a Ronaldo fan, man. I'm just kidding.
No, it's okay. I mean, this question is supposed to be hard. Nothing against anyone here. We're just trying to pick a fantasy 7-a-side team. Which might look great on paper.
I can go first, but I don't think I can choose 7 players, but I can see who I consider competing for the 7 position. Okay, I cannot just give you.
Absolutely.
It depends, like 7-a-side or what kind of team we playing. Are we playing high pressing team? Are we playing very defensive team? Especially every time we play a tournament, nobody wants to press against us. The only team that have pressed against us is New York, right? That's the only team. I'm saying head-to-head खेल्ने भनेको New York. Everybody's just back up, wait for us to make mistakes and score, right? So it's very hard. And 5-a-side and 7-a-side, our history is pretty good, right? We're pretty good at it. And shall I start from the goalkeeper सुरु गर्ने हो अविनाश?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
that would be the ideal position to start with.
Yeah, probably the strongest position in the whole team.
And the goalie, Avinash is with me right now, so I don't know. So far on the goalie, we have Jeevan Gorkhali. Jeevan Tape started first. He was our first goalie, right, Binod?
Yeah.
And we have Ivan Vijay, our first Dallas Gurkhas captain, who used to play center back, but he got injured, so he started playing goalie. He played goalie in 2012. And then now we have Bhuvan Basnet from New York. And then now we have Parth Bhai, right? And then we have Komal in between for a few years. And then we also have Mama Gurung.
Sudeep Dai as well.
Sudeep Gurung.
Yeah, so Mama league done keeper.
Yeah, so everybody contributed in a different level, right? Jeevan Dai contributed. We had no goalie, right? He was only goalie, but now we have so much competition. We have Avinash, Sudeep Gurung, Parth, and we sometimes play some tournaments with Bhuvan too. So I don't know, man. It's so many to choose, but since Avinash is with me, and I also like Avinash, I'm gonna choose Avinash.
I mean, I did not pay.
That's political answer.
I did not.
See,
I
let's
did
just
not. I did not pay Pramoj.
The reason I would say why Avinash, because he has served us longer. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he just didn't play one tournament or two tournaments. He's been with us for he's been consistently playing with us for 6 years. So nobody has played that long for Dallas Gurkhas as a goalie. For that reason, I give it to Avinash.
I thought we wouldn't be mentioning nepotism today, but that's okay.
प्रमोजलाई के भन्छ उयो अलिकति अनेस्ट एन्सर दिनु पनि
this is my answer. You are
just like
you don't have to
रियालिटीमा के हो भन्ने कुरा पनि
you don't have to agree with me. I'm not putting Binod in my lineup. Okay, let's go. Let's move. Okay.
Let's go to defenders now. Defenders, okay. Two defenders, right?
So yeah, we have especially our Dallas Gurkhas defense is the strength, right? We didn't concede like every tournament. We barely concede like the knack. When I say tournament, the knack, and then we barely concede 1 or 2 goals, right?
No wonder our keeper keeps clean sheets every time. Concede every time.
Avinash should be thanking me and Binod here, right? Binod? So our defense was always good from day one, right? In the Nepalese tournament, right? We've been always good. So, oh man, we have so many defenders from Vijay, Adur, Asutosh, Binod. That's where the first group we started, right, Binod? And myself, and then.
Don't
I have to choose. Okay, I'm going to choose 2 kids. I'm going to choose two. Okay, no offense to anybody. I'm not going to choose myself. So I'm going to choose at peak, right? One. सबैजनाको peakमा को कुरा गरेर हैन अविनाश हैन? Pramoj?
Yeah.
Not today, but when everybody is there 100%, right?
100%.
100%. I would choose Pemba definitely first in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would go with, let's see, man. It's very hard with Niranjan, Casey, and then, what's his name? Sauron. Out of those 3, I cannot make a mind.
Sauron. Yeah,
2 out of these 3. This is the one I don't do with midfielders. we have so many midfielders. Okay, I'm going quick. We have so many midfielders. I can actually do a random draw, and I will have the best midfielder in the Nepalese society right now. I mean, in the US. So I can choose Neeraj, I can choose Roshan, I can choose Suraj, even Kamal when he first came, and then Pravesh, man, Sudeep. I don't know who to choose. So I don't know. Let me see.
Looks like you have more headaches than Pep Guardiola.
Yeah, exactly. This team, like our midfielders is like, so, you know, whenever we go to the 11-a-side tournament, if you look at our bench, other team, our bench, other team, our bench player, like dream, I wish I could get that bench.
Indeed. So I remember, I think it was 2018. We were in Virginia. Our bench was stacked. I mean, you could literally have two 11-a-side teams and compete pretty good.
Exactly. In 2018 and 2012 too. Remember, Binod? And 2017, we were pretty unlucky in 2017. We could just randomly pick players and still win those tournaments.
Yeah, we know you're trying to be nice, very nice promos. Let's just get that out of the way, please.
I don't know. I'm gonna go with our current captain Roshan, and then I don't know, man. Then we have what do you call it? Suraj or Neeraj. He's been our midfielder for a long time, and now young Sudeep. So I will go with Roshan. I don't know, man, and then I'll just do a random draw with a.
Oh, come on, Dai.
No. I give you one. I give you Roshan, and then I'll choose. I'll do like mini.
We need 2 players' names so we can put it out. Everyone needs to know.
I will put a Roshan, and then. I need 3. Okay, that's good. I can have 3 midfielders. So I'll put a Roshan, Neeraj, and Suraj.
Oof.
I don't know. I know. I'm sorry. There is no. But I have in my bench, right? And I'm gonna put another 3 midfielders. I'm gonna switch every 5 minutes. Right?
No, that's fine. We just need the starting 7. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't have to explain your choices because these are the choices.
I'm sorry, Pravesh. And then
like you said, you don't have to say sorry because it's the strongest squad in your.
And now I have 2, so 5, 6. I need 1. So on the striker, obviously, I'm gonna have Umesh Pandey.
Yeah, I don't think there could be any other choice up front.
It's easy for Binod, man.
All right, so we're gonna allow 1 bench player. You can pick one bench player.
Super sub.
Super sub.
आफैलाई राख्ने होला
No, in the seven side we have 3 bench. So let me name 3
No.
bench players.
You can only pick one sub. Super sub.
One sub.
Okay, so I had on the mid I had Neeraj, Suraj, and then Roshan, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna choose Region from California.
That's a really good choice.
Yeah.
He's
So
one
he
of the
can-
best
then,
players.
Then I can play Pandey in defense, or I can play Region in attacking mid, and then I can play
Of
Neeraj
course.
false line. We can do a lot
He's
of
one of the
things.
best players I've ever seen play personally.
Yeah, the
like
number
top
9, best
striker.
number 9. I have best Nepalese number 9 I've ever seen.
True.
In the US, I'm not comparing to him to Basanta Thapa, those professional players, amateur players. You know what I'm saying?
Can't disagree with that. So let's move on to Binod Dai.
Yes.
Pramoj Dai just said the scene.
From the last हावा गयो मेरो त इजी छ कुरा लाइक हुन्छ नि
Yeah, let's make it quick, like, because you already heard the players, so come on. Let's go with the goalie and then defenders.
Avinash, the reason Prajwal, I'm going to come back, okay? The reason I choose Avinash for 7-side is no other keeper had done so good in 7-side than Avinash. Playing from Dallas Gurkhas, playing against Dallas Gurkhas.
I mean, I was the MVP, so.
Yeah, but he mentioned the defense as well, so that tells the whole story.
I think
when Pemba is 100% fit, it's easy for keeper.
I mean, every time I see Pemba and Umesai in front of me, it's like a wall for me. I'm good.
Other striker confidence is like 70% down already.
All right, Binod, let's go.
अब यस्तो लाइक हुन्छ नि अब किपरको कुरा गर्दाखेरि कस्तो हुन्छ अब बेस्ट अब विनिङ टिम मलाई विनिङ टिम बनाउने र हामीसँग जो अहिलेसम्म टिममा एफिलिएट भएर खेलेको छ होइन र उनीहरूको प्राइममा सबै एभाइलेबल छ र उयो चुज गर्ने भने आई गो फर वान होइन किपरमा होइन फर अ विनिङ टिम होइन
Yeah, you go ahead with
for a defender I'll go with I'll put Pandey and Pema in the defender.
Okay.
Yep, that's.
Especially के भन्छ I'll put Suraj, Neeraj and Roshan as a midfielder. And I'll put Region in the striker. That's my starting 7.
I think I like this one.
Okay, good.
All right, one bench player.
Bench player चाहिँ म खासमा प्रमोजलाई राख्दै हैन प्रमोजले फेरि बेन्च प्लेयर राख्यो भने कामै हुँदैन पुरा भित्र थाक्छ हैन I think I'll go for Niranjan Keshi because he can play pretty much every spot in that field, I guess. Beside keeper.
Yeah, he's our utility
Yeah,
player.
He's definitely the utility guy.
Yeah.
But not a utility guy. He's a doctor now. I'm just kidding.
I mean, we're just talking about.
I'm just
yeah,
kidding.
that's the thing. Like it's just for the like just to win the tournament, but like there are so many stuff on the side.
Of course, we have in the discussions related to utilities and much more later in the show. So we've already touched onto the history about Dallas Gurkhas, how it started and how it's come over the years. So let's talk about a few long-term or longer-term goals. So how do you see Dallas Gurkhas in like about 5 to 6 years?
Pramoj, you want to go ahead?
No, that's actually the best person to ask these questions is Binod. I can pitch him. Because right now, like to be honest with you, right now I'm not in Dallas. I often go to Dallas, but he's our main guy moving. He's our like engine of Dallas Gurkhas, Binod. You know, I mean, we have a lot of players helping on the field.
It's not only me.
Yeah, no, I mean, there are a lot of players like our Captain Roshan right now, Umesh, and there are other players helping on the field. But, like for a successful organization, it needs a leadership, which Binod is showing right now. When it's like when I first left Dallas, I was worried, but I knew when Binod was stepping up, I was like, man, this guy, our Dallas Gurkhas is in good hands.
Absolutely, he's the visionary and pioneer of this team.
Oh, Prajwal, that's a big word for me, man. I appreciate it though.
So, anyways,
like back to the question, eh? Back to the question, like 5 to 6 years ma कहाँ हुन्छ भन्ने कुरामा like हुन्छ नि अब हामीले यो नेचुरल डिजास्टर यस्तो पेन्डेमिकहरुलाई पर सारेर हेर्ने हो भने लाइक जुन हामी यो प्री पेन्डेमिक अथवा यो पेन्डेमिक सुरु हुनुभन्दा अगाडिको जुन फेजमा गइरहेको थियो त्यसलाई नि कन्टिन्युटी दिने भएको भए लाइक मच मोर एउटा हुन्छ नि तिम्रो स्पोर्ट्स टिमको क्वालिटी गेमको क्वालिटीको उयसमा लाइक डाउन द रोड लाइक 5 years आजभन्दा 5 years चाहिँ लाइक वी विल ह्याभ मच अर्गनाइज टिम भन्दामा लाइक हुन्छ नि इनसाइड द फिल्ड विथ द स्ट्रेन्थ लाइक तिम्रो एउटा सेमाई प्रोफेसनल लेभलको टिमको एउटा हामीले भिजन लिइरहेको छ होइन जुन चाहिँ हामीले खासमा भन्यो नि तिम्रो एउटा एडल्ट टिम युथ टिम र किड्स टिम हाम्रो तिनवटा उयो के भन्छ डालस रोखाको तिनवटा ब्रान्च छ क्या जुन हामीले युथहरूलाई साइडमा ग्रुम गरिरहेको छौँ जो यहाँको स्पेसली यहाँको सेकेन्ड जेनेरेसन यङहरूलाई त्यो चाहिँ खासमा हाम्रो भोलि लाइक डाउन द रोड 4-5 years पछाडिको प्रोजेक्ट हो क्या होइन र त्यो कुरा चाहिँ हामीले एउटा मेन टिमको स्ट्रेन्थ भनेको नै एउटा क्वालिटी गेम हो क्या हाम्रो हुन्छ नि एउटा स्ट्रेन्थ भनेको नै मेन अब गेमको उयो हो त्यो कुरा भयो अब आउट अफ द फिल्ड भनेको जसरी हामीले अब डे वानदेखि एउटा कम्युनिटी सर्भिस कम्युनिटीमा पनि लाइक वी हेभ टु गिभ ब्याक टु कम्युनिटी भनेर डिफ्रेन्ट प्रोजेक्टमा इन्भल्भ भइरहेछ होइन त्यो कुरालाई कन्टिन्युटी दिँदै तिम्रो के भन्छ अरू एक दुईवटा प्रोजेक्टहरू जुन हाम्रो अब खासमा अहिले पेन्डिङमै भयो जस्तै चाहिँ हाम्रो मेन एउटा उयो भनेको चाहिँ हामीले नेपालमा चाहिँ हाम्रो प्रोजेक्टलाई एक्सटेन्ड गर्ने बिग प्लान छ होइन त्यो चाहिँ अब सायद 5 yearsमा अहिले 5 years पछाडि हेर्ने भए चाहिँ लाइक नेपालमा पनि हाम्रो एउटा बिग रोल हुन सक्छ होइन 5 years डाउन द रोड हेर्दाखेरि अब के रोल भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ खासमा हाम्रो चाहिँ अब हामीले नेपालको अर्गनाइजेसनहरूसँग मिलेर हाम्रो खासमा त्यो काम भइरहेछ होइन अब हाम्रो बाहिर मिडियामा यसले मात्रै आएको छैन किनभने अब हामी त्यो काम डिस्कसन फेजमा थियो होइन अहिले यो पेन्डेमिकले गर्दाखेरि उ भयो हामीले चाहिँ खासमा अन्डर डेभलप्ड प्रिभिलेज किड्सहरू अन्डर डेभलप एरियाहरूलाई चाहिँ टार्गेट गरेर जुन चाहिँ स्पोर्ट्सको थ्रुबाट हुन्छ नि स्पेसली अब सकरलाई फोकस गरेर सकर मात्र नभएर अरू पनि कुनै पनि स्पोर्ट्सको थ्रुबाट चाहिँ त्यहाँको लोकल युथ किड्सहरूलाई स्पेसली हुन्छ नि तिम्रो के भन्छ छोरी मान्छेहरूलाई फिमेलहरूलाई इम्पावर गर्ने चाहिँ हाम्रो मेजर त्यसमा चाहिँ हाम्रो त्यो प्रोजेक्ट चाहिँ हाम्रो मेन उयो प्लानमा हो होइन अब डाउन द रोड अब 5 yearsमा चाहिँ मैले त्यो प्रोग्राम चाहिँ नेपालमा एउटा इक्जाम्पलको रूपमा चाहिँ हुन्छ नि अगाडि बढेको देख्छु क्या अहिले हेर्दाखेरि
That's a great initiation, Binod. Looks like you got your hands full right now. The whole team has their hands full. Great initiation. Looks like we're on course to spread the wings of Dallas Gurkhas. I'm very excited as someone who's been involved with the team for a few years.
Thank you भाइ अर्को मैले लाइक वान मोर थिङ आई वान्ट एड अन दिस होइन अर्को चाहिँ के भन्दाखेरि जसरी अब एउटा हाम्रो डालस गोर्खा टिम भयो होइन हाम्रो अब कम्युनिटी एक्टिभिटिज छँदैछ एउटा चाहिँ आई थिङ्क लाइक हुन्छ नि डालस गोर्खा इज अल्सो डुइङ लाइक इज टेकिङ इक्वल रेस्पोन्सिबिलिटिज एउटा गुड वर्क चाहिँ हाम्रो अर्को के पनि छ भने एउटा अर्गनाइजिङ टुर्नामेन्टहरू इभेन्ट अर्गनाइजिङ पार्टमा पनि छ जस्तो लाग्छ जुन कुरा चाहिँ हुन्छ नि आई मिन 2012को एएनए जुन डालसमा भएको थियो त्यहाँदेखि हुन्छ नि एभ्री तिम्रो एनएसी युएनएहरू एएनएहरू जति पनि त्योभन्दा पछाडि डालसमा भयो लाइक डालस गोर्खा इज वान अफ द कन्ट्र्याक्टिङ पार्टनर लाइक एफिलिएटेड पार्टनर विथ दिस इभेन्ट्स फर होस्टिङ सकर टुर्नामेन्ट होइन स्पोर्ट्समा पनि प्लस अब त्यो कुरालाई नै गर्दाखेरि अहिले अब जसरी तिम्रो यो एएनए हुँदै न्याक हुँदै युएनए हुँदै सबै कुरा बन्द हुँदै आयो नि यसपालि हामीले खासमा के भन्छ नेप्ली सोलिडारिटी कप भनेर ल्याएको थियो जुन अब यो पेन्डेमिकले गर्दाखेरि हामीले क्यान्सल गर्नु पर्यो होइन द्याट वाज दि हुन्छ नि एनदर माइल स्टोन द्याट वी आर गोइङ टु हिट होइन अब नेक्स्ट इयर त्यही कुरा नै कन्टिन्यू हुन्छ र डाउन द रोड 5 yearsमा तिमीले भन्छौ भने लाइक हुन्छ नि डालस गोर्खा विल बी अर्गनाइजिङ or coordinating a much successful bigger event that absolutely focus on sports जुन चाहिँ युएसमा हुन्छ नि अब सबै स्टेटमा सबै सिटीहरूमा छुने गरी चाहिँ हामीले त्यो कुरा चाहिँ हुन्छ नि एउटा मेजर इभेन्ट स्पोर्ट्स रिलेटेड इभेन्ट चाहिँ डालस गोर्खाको एउटा कोअर्डिनेसनमा चाहिँ त्यो कुरा पनि हुन्छ त्यो चाहिँ लाइक द्याट्स फर स्योर
विनोदसँग एउटा कुरा म एग्री गर्छु होइन हाम्रै अब मैले विनोद र मैले भने विनोदले फुटबल खेलेको 2008बाट हो मैले सुरु गरेको यहाँको नेटफ्लिक्स टुर्नामेन्टहरू खेल्न यहाँको लगभग 12 years पुरा भइसक्यो होइन यसमा चाहिँ के हुन्छ भने हामीले जति टुर्नामेन्ट गऱ्यो हामीले गरेको टुर्नामेन्ट अहिलेसम्म कसैको केही कम्प्लेन होइन केही पनि आएको छैन क्या त्यही भएर चाहिँ अनि हाम्रो टुर्नामेन्ट अरूले हेर्दा पनि वान अफ द बेस्ट भन्छ होइन हाम्रो चाहिँ त्यो टुर्नामेन्ट वी डोन्ट डु टुर्नामेन्ट जस्ट फर द सेक अफ डुइङ टुर्नामेन्ट होइन वी अलवेज आवर गोल इज टु डु द बेस्ट tournament.
For sure. For sure, that's something I wanted to touch upon. I might really sound biased here, but I've heard from some other fellow players or fellow athletes who represented their teams from Oklahoma, from other states, that how good Dallas Gurkhas organizes these tournaments. You know, there were complaints about how NEC was organized in Virginia and lack of water, lack of balls, and even
Soccer ball.
soccer balls and all
Remember
that.
in 2018, we about to start the semifinal. There was no ball on the field
Yeah,
in DC, Washington DC.
यस्तो हो अब खासमा हाम्रो पनि लाइक हुन्छ नि अब तिमी जब हामीले 2012मा एउटा एएनएको जिम्मा लिएको थियो होइन लाइक वी हेभ हुन्छ नि हाम्रो ड्रब्याक्सहरू थियो अब हुन्छ नि बिचमा पनि अब हामीले पनि दसैँ कपी कुरा गर्ने हो भने हाम्रो जुन स्टार्टिङ र आजको फेजसम्म आउँदाखेरि लाइक वी बिन इम्प्रुभिङ एभ्री इयर होइन अब सबैको के भन्छ कमजोरी हुन्छ होइन हाम्रो पनि थियो र अहिले पनि छ कति कुराहरू तर लाइक हुन्छ नि एउटा प्रमिसिङ फ्याक्टर भनेको चाहिँ लाइक एभ्री इयर वी आर फोकसिङ अन बेटरमेन्ट होइन र कसरी चाहिँ हुन्छ नि अब एउटा त्यही इभेन्टलाई अथवा हुन्छ नि त्यही इभेन्टलाई अब कसरी बेटर गर्ने बिगर लाने भन्ने चाहिँ त्यो चाहिँ हाम्रो एउटा फोकस पोइन्टमा भएको हुनाले चाहिँ आई थिङ्क लाइक द्याट इज वाट इट इज रिफ्लेक्टिङ टु हुन्छ नि एज अ रिजल्ट फर एभ्री टिम्स त्यस कारणले पनि अब हुन्छ नि त्यसको रिजल्टबाट नै सबै टिमहरूले अहिले मान्छेहरूले एप्रिसिएट गरिरहेको छ जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई चाहिँ
Yeah, like you said, about the events and all. Our main Dallas Warriors go, like the signature tournament say हाम्रो दशैंको भनौँ न अब खसी कप होइन. And also, who better to ask you this question than someone who has won more than anybody else होइन. मैले 4 चोटि जितेको थिएँ, so I just wanted to ask के अरे दशैं कप पहिला हल्का क्रिटिसाइज पनि भएको थियो पोस्ट सानो भएर अथवा sort of stuff like that, So how can you improve the Dosai Cup, Like Khasi Cup, I mean, I know it's been gradually improved, from now we have senior section, even the kids are involved now. So what else can we do to get this cup to the next level?
अब नेक्स्ट लेभल एभ्री इयर चाहिँ हुन्छ नि तिमीले भने जस्तै अब डे वानदेखि फर्स्ट दसैँ कपदेखि लिएर अहिलेसम्मको जुन एउटा भिजिबल चेन्जहरू इम्प्रुभमेन्टहरू देखिरहेको छ त्यो चाहिँ खासमा अब हामीले मेन चाहिँ हाम्रो अडियन्सहरू जुन पार्टिसिपेटिङ टिमहरूको फिडब्याकलाई चाहिँ हामीले सुनेर नै त्यसलाई चाहिँ हामीले के भन्छ कार्यान्वयन गरेको हो क्या त्यसलाई चाहिँ हामीले वर्कआउट गरे होइन अब त्यही नै हो हाम्रो मेन यो स्ट्राटेजी मेन प्लान भनेको नि लाइक एभ्री इयर लास्ट इयरको कमजोरी यसपालि हुन नदिने र त्यो मान्छेको फिडब्याक त्यो कमजोरीबाट हामी के सिक्यो भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ यो वर्ष चाहिँ हामीले युटिलाइज गर्ने हो त्यसलाई र अब एभ्री इयर हुन्छ नि आफूले आफूलाई एउटा च्यालेन्जिङ गोल राख्ने हो कि वी च्यालेन्ज एभ्री इयर फर आवर सेल्फ कि हुन्छ नि यसपालि चाहिँ नयाँ के दिने र मान्छेलाई हुन्छ नि यो टुर्नामेन्टलाई बिगर कसरी बनाउने भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ हामीले हुन्छ नि लास्ट इयरको टुर्नामेन्ट सकिने बित्तिकै नै त्यो कुरा हामीले उ गरिरहेको छ क्या त्यसरी नै अब हुन्छ नि अब यो आउने वर्ष केही न केही नयाँ अब त्यो पार्टिसिपेटिङ भइरहने टिमहरूले देख्न पाउँछ अर्को वर्ष त्योभन्दा बढी देख्न पाउँछ लाइक दिस इज हाउ वी क्यान ग्रो होइन तर अब हामीसँग सोलिड अब यो वर्ष चाहिँ 2020मा यो 2021मा यो भन्ने चाहिँ छैन र वी किप लर्निङ फ्रम आवर लाइक वर्क त्यही हो मान्छे फिडब्याकहरू हामी लिन्छौँ होइन त्यही नै हो प्रमोद दाइ के भन्नुहुन्छ
त्यो हुन्छ हाम्रो पहिल्यैबाटको एउटा नेचर के छ नि हाम्रो सबै अब ग्रुप पहिले के हुन्छ नि एभ्री इयर विल लर्न होइन मिस्टेक सबैको हुन्छ होइन तर त्यो मिस्टेकलाई नेक्स्ट इयर रिपिट गर्न दिनु भएन होइन त्यही हो नि अब अलिकति फिल्डमा हामीले त्यही हो विनोदले भने जस्तै टुर्नामेन्ट सकिने बित्तिकै हामीले त्यो एनालाइसिस गर्छौँ होइन के राइट भयो के रङ भयो होइन अनि अरू टिमहरूबाट नि सुनिन्छ अब हारेको टिमहरूले बढी कम्प्लेन गर्छन् होइन त्यही सोचेर हामी इम्प्रुभ गर्ने ट्राई गर्छौँ
Improving is another thing. Every year we all try to improve. I've seen instances where Dallas Gurkhas has improved every year, and tournaments gets better. Not just in terms of teams, the number of teams, but also the quality, be it referees or the field or soccer balls or like prize winning medals, silverwares. Let's just go back a few years and what have been the standout moments, the best moments that whenever you think of Dasai Cup, just a couple of moments that stand out.
त्यो चाहिँ दसैँ कपसँग रिलेटेड मात्रै कि
could be any could be Dasai Cup or just something. general outside of it?
मलाई चाहिँ I have like 2-3 like really good moments Dallas Gurkha. First एउटा यसको initiation हैन. I remember Binod also remember we used to hang out in Umesh Pandey's apartment. Shobit Karki. Remember that guy was there? We used to talk about okay how should we go? You know, we remember we played in 2009 with Dallas Jawan and a lot of things happened. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it here now. That's how we decided to make a new team with the young players with selfless service from players. Like we're not, it's not somebody's team, it's a whole group. So the starting of Dallas Gurkha was thing I will always remember. Right. Sometimes my wife complained I love Dallas Gurkha more than I love her, which is okay. And then second I think remember is like remember I told you earlier we used to be so bad in Mexican League. So winning Mexican League in 2017 was like one of the big achievement for me. I was not there, but I was watching the whole game live from here. And then my personal goal was when I would step into the first game with like Dallas Jawan, or now you could say Dallas Gurkhas, was to winning the UNA NAC, the biggest. They used to call ANA, and now they changed it to the NAC, and we won that in 2018. That was the day I cried because that was my personal ultimate goal, and I got it. The third one, it was starting Dasai Cup and then the kids soccer, which was very, it shows our dedication to our community. So those things are the ones I remember when I think about Dallas Gurkhas.
So for you, Binodai, if you had to pick a moment that stands out, not just as a player, but as someone who
Just
leads.
one moment भनेको like हुन्छ नि it's hard to say but हुन्छ नि I'll say like अब narrow down नै गर्दाखेरि हाम्रो biggest उयो भनेको चाहिँ एउटा चाहिँ अब लोकली लेभलमा हेर्ने हो भने चाहिँ जुन हामीले लिग जित्यो होइन त्यो चाहिँ त्यसको चाहिँ अब त्यो खासमा त्यसको भ्यालु चाहिँ कसलाई थाहा हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि जो मान्छे फर्स्टमा लिग खेलिरहेको छ होइन यहाँ हामी मात्र नभएर हामीभन्दा अगाडि जो तिम्रो के भन्छ डालसमा 2000देखि अथवा 2000भन्दा नि अगाडिदेखि जो खेल्ने दाइहरू पनि हुनुहुन्छ क्या जो चाहिँ अब तिम्रो एउटा पहिला डालस खुकुरीदेखि लिएर यो टिमहरूबाट खेल्ने दाइहरू जो जसले त्यो लिग खेलिरहेको अहिले पनि हामीले त्यही लिग खेले हो अब त्यो दाइहरूले हामीले जुन त्यो लिग जित्दाखेरि हामीलाई त्यो टिममा धेरै मान्छेले रिच गर्नुभयो क्या हुन्छ नि द्याट वाज रियली अ प्राउड मोमेन्ट फर नेपाली कम्युनिटी कि हुन्छ नि हामीले अब एउटा हाउ वी डेभलप हाउ वी ग्रो अप र हामीले नेपाली कम्युनिटी पनि एक्जिस्टिङ छ है यो डिएफडब्ल्यू मेट्रोप्लेक्समा भनेर चाहिँ हामीले कसरी चिनाउन सकेका थियो भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ लाइक इट अल लाइक यो चाहिँ कस्तो भन्दाखेरि जो त्यो लिग खेलेको मान्छेले चाहिँ फिल गर्न सक्ने कुरा हो क्या जसले हुन्छ नि त्यसलाई उयो गरेको छ त्यो चाहिँ एउटा वान अफ द बिगेस्ट एचिभमेन्ट हो टिमको लागि होइन अब तिमीलाई इक्जाम्पल भन्दाखेरि अहिले पनि अब त्यो अर्गनाइजर टिमहरूले के भन्छ भन्दाखेरि मलाई पहिला कसैलाई टिममा लिगमा पोइन्ट चाहियो भने हामीलाई नेपाली टिमसँग गेम राख्दै भन्थ्यो अरे क्या अहिले चाहिँ अब के भन्छ हामीलाई डालससँग गेम नराख्दै हामीलाई डालससँग गेम नराख्दै भन्छ अरे क्या
Yeah, so sorry to interrupt you. That shows how much we have improved over the years. So when Pramoj I mentioned that 16-0, so basically when you basically started from the bottom and now we're here just a moment, okay?
Exactly. Yeah. So credit चाहिँ अब इभन हुन्छ नि not only डालस गोर्खाज होइन डालस गोर्खाले त्यो गर्यो like we worked hard होइन but like यसको अब क्रेडिट अथवा यसको प्राइड भनौँ न क्रेडिट भन्दा नि यसको प्राइड चाहिँ ओभरअल डिएफडब्ल्यूमा जुन टिमबाट जो खेलिरहेको छ अथवा पहिला खेलेको सबै दाइहरूलाई जसले चाहिँ हुन्छ नि एउटा इन्भाइरोमेन्ट क्रिएट गर्न हेल्प गरेको थियो लाइक आइएम सो थ्याङ्कफुल होइन डालस गोर्खा इज अलवेज थ्याङ्कफुल फर आवर सिनियर्स प्लेयर होइन सिनियर दाइहरू होइन जसले चाहिँ अब एउटा हामीले नभेटे पनि लाइक एउटा भर्चुअली उहाँहरूले हुन्छ नि एउटा इन्भाइरोमेन्ट चाहिँ लाइक देज नेपाली पिपल प्लेइङ सकर इन डालस भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ त्यो हामी आउनुभन्दा धेरै अगाडि इस्टाब्लिस थियो होइन त्यही ड्रिमलाई नै हामीले खासमा चेज गर्दै त्यो लिगमा पुगेको हो होइन सो त्यही भएर लाइक वे अलवेज थ्याङ्कफुल फर देम होइन अर्को कुरा चाहिँ अब लाइक 2018को जुन हामीले न्याक फर्स्टमा जित्यो होइन लाइक आई थिङ्क वी प्रुभड आवर सेल्फ होइन हामी धेरै क्लोज थियो क्या धेरै वर्षदेखि होइन कस्तो भने गेम भनेको लाइक सम टाइम हुन्छ नि लकले पनि साथ दिनुपर्छ भनेको हाम्रो गेमले लाइक वी वन सो मेनी टुर्नामेन्ट्स हुन्छ नि एज अ गेम क्या तर हाम्रो स्कोर लाइक रिजल्ट वाइज चाहिँ like हुन्छ नि 2018मा we proved that हुन्छ नि we are one of the team that we deserve the championship भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ हामी 2018मा प्रुभ गर्नु चाहिँ that is also remarkable होइन अरू कुरा त अब I agree with Pramoj दाइ अब अरू सबै कुराहरुमा हैन
So So that NSC winning side of 2018 reminds me of certain. So I view NSC as something like a Champions League for Nepali soccer sides in the US, where all these top cream sides, compete to win that elusive championship. And Dallas Gurkhas had always been close, but not close enough just to win. And winning in that fashion, going a goal down, towards the end with
Oh man,
those
sorry to
two.
interrupt. That was the epic moment, man.
Yep.
I still
Those.
remember. I still remember. We went down 1-0, right? That was mine. I think the ball slipped from my head. The first goal, right? And then, but I never doubted. You know, we had time. So that team, until the final, we didn't concede any goals. We had like clean sheet all the way until the final.
The character shown by the team, entire tournament, the team hadn't conceded a goal, and then in the final, just going behind, not, could the team could have folded, but the way the guys showed character and strength to come back, and then the way they came back against the rivals, formidable rivals.
Rosal, that was like Barcelona winning, or like Real Madrid winning against Barcelona, or Barcelona winning against Real Madrid. That was the best setup, the best opponent, and the best score, and the best way to win the final. Right?
No doubt. So besides, that team had a strong crop of guys, like I already mentioned in the show. You could literally make two teams of 11 and compete pretty good, just like older Brazilian teams. And you're notoriously or famously or infamously, some would say, known as a great recruiter sitting over there in Seattle. But for Dallas Gurkhas, you've been recruiting pretty good. How do you become such a good recruiter?
Hold on. Before Pramoj answers that question, I think I was recruited by him as well.
Like earlier मैले के भने हैन त्यो 16-0 that still hit my head man. मैले त्यो दिन के भने थिएँ हैन त्यो दिन गएर 16-0 हालेपछि मैले घर आउँदा बुढीले आएर चाहिँ बुढीले what was the score भने अनि मैले चाहिँ 6-0 भने हैन तर मेरो हेडमा चाहिँ 16-0 थिएन अनि मैले त्यो दिन I told myself this is not how मेरो लाइफमा कम्बाइन 16 गोल कहिले खाए थिएन होला के बिफोर द्याट हैन मैले के भने हैन this team has to get better भने मैले every day I go to I see Nepali people I say do you play soccer that's what I used to ask even now when I see a really good player playing on my head was like maybe this guy can play for Gurkhas, and then actually this morning last Wednesday I played a scrimmage here in Seattle. I see this kid really good on the wings, right? And I was like, maybe this guy is good enough for us. And then today we had actual 11 versus 11 game. I was like, no, this guy is not good on the real game and the small field. So every time I see a player, I just want to make our team better. And then the first thing that comes to my head is, can he play for Gurkhas? And that's how this thing started. And then I don't know. Now it's a lot of stories how we know Roshan, how we got Roshan in our team.
Yeah. I hear that story.
Maybe he can tell you. Roshan can tell you yourself. And then not only me, other people brought other great players. But that's my passion now because I'm getting older. I'm 35. I'm still maybe faster than most of the kids.
So that actually reminds me that that tells me that you could actually be a great scout for a pro team as well. I don't know. You have such good eye for talent.
I think that's on my blood because when I go and watch my kids soccer game, right? They play different tournaments. I make my own 11 players. I'll get this team on I'll play this kid on the right back, this kid on the left back, and I start making my own team on my head. So I think I love that now because since I'm not playing like I used to play because I'm getting older. That's my ultimate goal. I'm working on my coaching license, but it's going to take a long time because I'm very busy with my school right now. And we'll see how it goes. Thank you for giving me that title. Anything that helps my team, that's my.
The agent P.
Of course. I didn't realize you're doing your coaching license. I wish you well on that. One of our other friends, John Rosen Pradhan, is also doing his coaching license. So now our future is bright when it comes to coaching as well.
So I said, like I was saying, John, he already have a B division license. So
that's great, man. He's young.
Yeah.
He has a good future.
He's our number one coach for soccer clinic. We recruit him.
Yes, and him and Nirakar, right, too, right? Those two kids are doing really, really good. I mean, not kids anymore, but I still see them as kids because I saw them playing soccer when they were like 12, 13.
Something about John. I mean, I think the first time I won the Dusty Cup, John was our midfielder, and and after the injury, I think he hasn't been the same. He's been missing a lot of tournament games. So as much as I would love to see John on the field, it's nice to see someone in our touchline with that kind of character, motivating each and every one of us while we are performing on the field.
Yeah, too. I just want to add something. Avinash said, if he asked me two players that could play professional soccer, at least in the MLS, if like they have no injury issues and if they have full family support or like whatever, if everything work out for them, would be
One me and one John, or
John. No.
oh,
You could play in Champions League, not just MLS. I would say Pemba, John, and Roshan. If Roshan was here early, starting early, like my kids are doing right now when they're like 9, 10, it's very easy to get spotted like that. Then if you come after you turn 18, it's very hard to.
I'm not sure about Roshan Dai, man.
But he has his skills are more than anybody else, and he's left-footed, right-footed, both foot, right?
No, absolutely no. Like I said, I've seen Rosandai play in practice. I love playing against him. Not that I'm good or like I'm half decent. The fact that I get to play against one of the best Nepalese players in the US, it just gives me another motivation. Each day in practice, I'm just motivated. So these days he hasn't been playing just because of personal reasons, and I'm just like gutted because as a defender, it's always good to play against the very best.
I have seen Pemba at his best, but he was young when he was 16. But I wish I could see him playing like 100% focus on soccer. Then I think he could cut into MLS, but it's too late now.
Anyways, up next, we'll play a certain game that might fascinate our guests today. After all those drive talks, so we got a fun segment right here. It's kind of like a rapid fire round where we'll ask our guests a few questions, in fact, and they just have to give a quick 1 or 2 word answer. No explaining required. It's not the hardest questions ever. So shall I start?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
So the game is in the last minute, and the game is tied, or even we're behind. So who takes the last minute penalty?
Pandey.
Binod?
I'll give it to Pandey.
All right. Most likely to get a red card on the opening 10 minutes of the game.
Pramoj bhai.
Binod.
This is not fair because you can't nominate each other.
Okay, I'll give it to Adur Mainani. He used to play with us 2011-12. Not a direct red card. He would get 2 yellow cards and then get a red card.
I'll give it to Jivan Gorkhali.
Oh, how did I forget his name, man? I'm sorry. It's okay.
I actually want to mention Sanjay Thapadai. He's
Yeah,
the best suited to get
him, man.
I mean, he's
But you haven't seen Jivan Gorkhali that played. So.
No, I have. I've been on the wrong end of his tackles. He actually elbowed me in my face, and it actually hurt me for a couple of days. But it happens. Anyways, next question. Someone who realizes that he forgot his cleats just 5 minutes before the game.
Niranjan Keshi. In 2011 in DC, he didn't have one shoes.
Yeah.
I feel like I would take the other Casey, but
they have this on their gene, man.
No, the brother Keshi, younger one, is much responsible. The only thing is like he comes late. That's the problem. The other one, he comes in time, but he forgot his seat.
Hold on to that one. We have something for that too. So, who has the best collection of goals in our team?
Roshan.
Yeah.
Man, that goal against Everest in 2018 final, it supersedes every other goal in Dallas Gurkhas history, man. For me, at least for me.
Yeah,
I agree.
The timing of that goal, timing,
and his right leg was injured. He was injured on that, but in the outside of the box against one of the best goalies in the US.
So I think this only has one answer, but I'm gonna ask it anyways. Who motivates everyone in training?
Neeraj Thapa.
Yeah, he used to. No more now. Maybe I think I'll say Bishal Dai right now. If you talk about the current situation, yeah,
Bishal
he kind
Dai.
of push people. Yeah.
I mean, he's such ambidextrous. His both feet are brilliant. I would want to stick with Umesh Dai. No one has his leadership qualities.
But he does not warm up. That's why I didn't give him. I was naming him, but I've never seen Umesh Pandey warm up before the game. That's why I gave him Neeraj. He's always okay. We guys, we got to warm up, get ready for the game.
100%.
So this one should be pretty easy. Who is always late?
Anish Timila.
I would say
That's a good one.
Pema.
Actually, so I have an honorable mention to Suduhong Subba, one of our newest friends. Man, he's
Oh yeah,
always late.
he's always late, including you, man, Rajol.
Me?
Can I add a question on this one, Prajwal?
For sure.
Hold on. We'll get through this, and then you can add it at the end.
So, more into the technical sides of it. Who's the best passer?
Neeraj.
I would say Roshan.
Pastor?
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I mean, if you Neeraj is he's a center mid, but Roshan is like attacking mid.
रोशनले पास दिएको होइन बल बाहिर फालेको हो कि बल गिराउन खोजेको हो कि
When
बल
he
गोल
first
हानेको
started,
हो
he used to dribble all the time, but now he's passing. So I mean, I can see why Neeraj. I can see.
Yeah,
I think
I would
Neeraj
have
is the
to.
best distributor we ever had.
Yeah, I would have to
And
agree
John
with Binod Dai.
and John was actually John come before Neeraj, but like
No.
since John is off the field so for long, but you know like,
John's long balls. His vision is amazing. His distribution, his diagonals are amazing. But Neeraj Dai, when I saw him play for the first time, his short passing abilities, like he just copies Barcelona style. I think he supports Barcelona as well, and the way he plays the triangle style of soccer, it's phenomenal.
That's good. Neeraj is good, and I think the reason I say no, Roshan is he can pass with left foot, right foot, both feet.
All right, moving on. So, who do you think would be the future captain of Dallas Gurkhas? Or right now it's Roshan Dai, but just based on the training and everything. Let's pick.
That's a good question for Binod.
Yeah.
I don't know, like I was really hoping for Nirakar Keshi, but you know, like he's slacking a lot this day. So I don't know, like as of today, I didn't see he's gonna be a captain. But like you know, I want to see him being captain, but like he has to, you know, like. So
I agree. The potential captain, right? Was Nirakar Keshi and Pemba Yoser, but both of them are slacking, right?
Ooh.
So, but I agree with Binod. The captaincy is like it's not like we don't have a term for captaincy. Whenever deserving candidates comes, then he or she he gets it.
So next question: who's the most hardest working in the team? Who gives like 110% every time in training?
Umesh Pandey.
Not in training, but like in the game. Like Umesh Pandey, he gives 200%.
I think
as a player.
I'm gonna get. Well, it's just my perspective of it, but I'm gonna go with Gapandai.
But he's not consistent, man. And that's the problem. He gives really good for 80 minutes, but like 10 minutes he might be slacking. Yeah.
The thing is like यस्तो हुन्छ अब 100% भन्दैमा अब like हुन्छ नि like you need to use your brain and you need to use your body together to give you 100%. When you use only your brain, that is 50%. If you only use your brain body, that is 50%. So Japan gives like 50%. Sometimes he gives like 100%, but like
let's just reduce the criteria here. Who gives 110% in training every time he's there in training, and
in
training or like just preparation for a game, like he might not be selected or he might get to play or not. Still,
I'll go with Gapan for that one.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, training Gapan and a game. Even if you cut Pandey's one leg, he can still run in the game.
He did actually. I think in one tournament he did actually hurt his right leg and still managed to get still managed to get a goal in the finals. So yeah, that guy is unbelievable, man.
Yeah, he's a warrior.
So I used to be the hardworking player back in my days, man. I don't have time now.
I've never seen Binod. Binod is one of the guys who never shows up in the game sometimes.
Too much surveys, Binod. Next question. Who is the most reliable in the team?
Like in a game wise, in
a game wise.
Like it's a consistent
any situation.
Question.
I'll say like most reliable in game wise. Everything is Umesh Pandey. He deserves that.
And let's go one better. Let's say if you're having trouble, let's say family aside, 11 p.m. like you're in a highway, you have trouble, you're fixing your car or something. Who would you call from the team? Just as a reliable person who just.
I think like everybody has their own peak on that one. Like it's more about let's say like भनौँ अब हाम्रो सञ्जय like let's pick a सञ्जयलाई प्रब्लम भने उसले विशाल भाइलाई कल गर्छ, विशाल भाइलाई प्रब्लम भने सञ्जयलाई कल गर्छ, अब पाण्डेलाई प्रब्लम भयो भने पाण्डेलाई प्रब्लम भयो भने अब के भन्छ प्रमोद दाइलाई फोन गर्थ्यो अब अहिले छैन होइन अब त्यसले मलाई कसैले मलाई त पाण्डेले मलाई कसैले गर्दैन किन
म सबैले पाण्डेले रोशनले प्रब्लम भने मलाई फोन गर्छ मलाई प्रब्लम भने म विनोदलाई फोन गर्छु अब मेरो त्यही हो एभ्रीबडी हेज अब एज ग्याप छ कि हाम्रोमा बुझ्यो नि होइन अब यङ 19 इयरको केटाहरूले मेबी देयर वान ह्याङ आउट विथ मी होइन त्यो एभ्रीबडी हेज देयर ओन ब्यारो भन्छ आर्मीमा भन्छ कि आफ्नै ग्रुप छ होइन तर त्यही भएर यङ केटाहरू ह्याङ आउट गर्छ तर अब ठुलै समस्या पऱ्यो भने दे रिच आउट टु अस होइन हामी सिनियर प्लेयरहरू विनोद म पाण्डे राजेन्द्र दाई होइन कमल छाँदाले यिनीहरूलाई रिच आउट गर्छ
So who is the funniest in the team and why Gapandai?
What's the question again? Who is Gapandai? What question?
So who is the funniest in the team and why Gapandai?
So he already has the answer, man. Is Gapman the funniest in the team, Binod?
I don't know, man. Like he is the moodiest in the team.
I mean, Binod has a different sarcasm. Binod यस्तो डायलॉग हान्न सक्छ हैन राजेन्द्र दाई पनि he's also funny, man. राजेन्द्र दाई पनि now he's more like a coach. He doesn't joke around much, but as a player, he is also funny.
I think Kamal Dai is the funniest vlog.
Kamal Dai is funny, but he's to the point. He's so blunt, right?
Yeah, his sarcasm level is so subtle. Like you gotta really pay attention.
अहिले हाम्रो young gun को कुरा गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ like we have a Dipesh bhai, you know. He is very funny. He is very young. Like you guys probably the chincha Dipesh bhai.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, he's one of the like funny, and definitely like the most funniest. It's very sad to say like our Khatri bhai. He was the like funniest and like most
jolly
catchy name in the team like.
Yeah. So the late Trisaran Khatri passed away a few weeks ago. Such a sad moment for all of us. He was such a joyful and energetic character. Every time I practiced with him, and always had a smile on his face. And we do miss him a lot in training. We have different characters in the team, and without them, training would be pretty boring, I should say. Gapandai has a specific character, and even Rooster.
Well, actually, Vishal Dai is funny by himself, man. Like I think Vishal Dai is gonna bring that all like joy in the team.
Yeah, let's not forget Rooster. He's probably one of the most hilarious teammates.
Yeah, I think the Rooster became less funny after Binod Dai hit him in 2018 after a slap from Binod Dai.
All right, so the final question: the utility player.
I would say it used to be Niranjan Casey, and first is Niranjan Casey. I would second Amish Pandey. He played every position, even goalkeeper. Man.
I think I still go with Niranjan Casey.
But every position he played good. Pandey was like he played some cover positions, but Niranjan Casey any position you
Pandey play like Pandey hasn't played midfield, but like everywhere else.
That's true.
But Niranjan like he doesn't play goalie and everywhere else. That's the difference.
I've seen Niranjan play wing back or even a central midfielder or even a central defender. He's really good and probably the most utility player in the team. So we're almost towards the end of the show, but before
hold up, Pramoj, I got a question.
You should ask a question. Who is most unprepared player for the game?
For the podcast, it might be Prozal, but
no, it's Avinash. One time we were playing 2017 semi-final against Baltimore. This guy came to play goalie without. Let me finish. He came to play without shin guard. Right.
Oh yeah, that's
in 2018, 19, right? Last year we played in Ohio, right?
Yeah, he didn't have gloves, I think.
Yeah, he didn't have. No, he had gloves, or maybe he had two different colored gloves.
No, like I love Avinash to the death. Like I'm a big. मैले अविनाशलाई अघि के भन्छ स्टार्टिङ 7मा आजभन्दा 3-4 वर्ष अगाडि भयो लाइक मेरो फर्स्ट पिकमा आउँथ्यो हैन इभन भुवन वाज देयर बट लाइक लेटली हुन्छ नि we can better be a drinking body than a soccer man.
Yep, त्यो दाइ म त एनी टाइम रेडी हो आई थिंक हामी दुईजना गएर बारमै बसेर
तर एउटा अविनाशको बारे एउटा क्रेडिट के हुन्छ नि मैले अविनाश खेलेको देखिन हैन रिमेम्बर मैले अविनाशलाई आर्मीमा मिट गरेँ विजय अधिकारीले दियो भने तिम्रो नम्बर हैन त्यसपछि अनि मैले गेम म ठ्याक्क आर्मीमा गएँ हैन अनि पाण्डेसँग कुरा गर्दा आई थिंक दैट वी फाउन्ड अ लङ टर्म गोलकीपर भन्ने के पाण्डेले मलाई हैन And then maybe he on his side he has to move different places, and then he couldn't find
पाण्डेले पनि
team.
धेरै झुटो बोल्दो रहेछ नि आज थाहा भयो
And he played good, and then he moved to Colorado, and maybe he didn't practice over there. A lot of things happened.
last
त्यही
year
हो
was
खासमा
last year
भएको
was
त्यही हो
pretty bad. Last year Dosai Cup say it was pretty horrible. I thought about retiring, but it doesn't make sense anymore. So.
Retiring, and see Zlatan Ibrahimovic, man, he's playing.
होइन दाइ अब कस्तो भने आई थिङ्क विनोद दाइले भने जस्तो हो कि आई थिङ्क हामी म र विनोद दाइ चाहिँ वी आर बेटर इन द बार इन्स्टेड अफ द फिल्ड क्या
होइन मैले द्याट वाज अ जोक राजा त्यस्तो होइन
होइन
तिमी
दाइ,
मैले
अब
तिमीलाई
त
मैले
जाने
मैले तिमीलाई मैले तिमीलाई के भन्छ उता रोशनको उयसमा हामीले भेगसमा भेट्दाखेरि मैले तिमीलाई त्यो स्विमिङ पुलमा भनेको थिएँ नि लाइक द्याट्स आई डोन्ट नो इफ यु रिमेम्बर द्याट I was very honest. तिम्रो लागि म खासमा भन्दा मैले जस्ट म जोक गर्ने आफ्नो ठाउँमा बट लाइक आई क्यान बी भेरी अनेस्ट किनभने लाइक मैले कसैलाई आई डु लाइक यु आई डु केयर अबाउट यु हुन्छ नि आई लभ यु बट लाइक त्यो भन्दैन मैले तिमीलाई खुसी बनाउनलाई मैले भन्नुपर्छ भन्ने क्या लाइक तिमीले त्यो कसरी लिन्छौ भन्ने कुरा हो डिफ्रेन्ट कुरा हो होइन भन न म त्यो तिम्रो उयो भने कि तिमीलाई खासमा तिमीमा 100% तिमीले आफ्नो स्पट रिजर्भ गर्न सक्छ बट वान थिङ इज लाइक यु निड टु लाइक बी सिरियस एन्ड यु निड टु प्र्याक्टिस यति मात्रै हो क्या तिमीसँग त स्किल छ यु अलरेडी प्रुभ द्याट होइन
या कन्सिस्टेन्सी चाहिँ अलि इट्स अलवेज बिन अ प्रब्लम फर मी
अब त्यो हो त्यो अनि तिम्रो सबैको हाम्रो एज हो होइन त्यो लाइक वी जस्ट वान टेक इट इजी अब त्यही हो खासमा
Okay, he had his time.
He peaked too early.
Like Lingard, man.
Oh yeah, still a young talent. Huh.
I'm just kidding.
So we have come almost towards the end of the show. Yeah, do you have any thoughts and opinions that you guys want to tell our audience or our listeners? In fact,
मेरो चाहिँ के छैन थ्याङ्क यू फर्स्ट तिमीहरूलाई थ्याङ्क यू फर ह्याभिङ मी होइन अनि तर अब अडियन्सलाई के हुन्छ भने किप सपोर्टिङ यु डोन्ट ह्याभ टु सपोर्ट डालस गुर्खास टु सपोर्ट नेपाली फुटबल होइन डालस गुर्खा इज किप सपोर्टिङ डालस गुर्खा बट बिगर देन डालस गुर्खा इज नेपाली फुटबल वेयर एभर यु आर होइन you could be in Virginia, you could be in New York, Baltimore, wherever. Keep supporting local teams, and then let's see each other in tournaments and have fun. At the same time, it's not only playing for fun. Let's help our kids grow, and maybe hopefully one day our kids can play in World Cup, at least in qualification rounds. That's my.
Why just qualification rounds?
At least that's the starting point. That's at least because we have to be the Asian champions first and then go to the World Cup.
Absolutely. Last week I was just thinking about my childhood, and I was reminiscing a few things, and one of them was how Nepal could be in the World Cup in a few years. And now when I look back at a few Nepalese football rankings and all that, and we've gone nowhere. Absolutely nowhere.
Yeah, I think like 10 years ago we took a big step forward, and instead of going forward, we went back.
Yeah, one step forward, 2 steps backward.
Yeah, that's what we did.
And Binod Dai, last few words before we leave.
त्यही हो अब के भन्छ होइन प्रमोद दाइले भने जस्तै लाइक जसले अहिलेसम्म डालस गुर्खालाई जसले सपोर्ट गरिरहनु भएको छ इनसाइड आउटसाइड द फिल्ड हुन्छ नि जसले हाम्रो के भन्छ कमजोरीलाई पनि स्वीकारेर हाम्रो विक पोइन्टलाई पनि हुन्छ नि साथ दिएर अहिलेसम्म हामी सँगसँगै हिँडिरहनु भएको छ हुन्छ नि वी आर भेरी ग्रेटफुल अफ यु अल किप अस सपोर्टिङ किप अस लभिङ होइन वी हेभ सो मेनी रुम्स टु ग्रो हुन्छ नि अब वी आर नट पर्फेक्ट येट र हुन्छ नि हामी लाइक एउटा पर्फेक्ट हुने ट्राई त गर्छौँ बट वी नेभर गन बी पर्फेक्ट फर स्योर होइन बट वी आर अलवेज वर्किङ फर द प्रोग्रेस प्लिज किप अन सपोर्टिङ डालस गुर्खाले गर्ने इभेन्टहरू मा के भन्छ जति पनि पार्टिसिपेटिङ टिमहरू हुनुहुन्छ र अब आउने नयाँ इभेन्टहरू छ होइन प्लिज गिभ अस अ चान्स अनि पार्टिसिपेट भइदिनु होइन त्यही नै भन्न चाहन्छु अब अरू भनेको चाहिँ हाम्रो प्लेयरहरूलाई guys stay fit, stay healthy, let's build up one strong team together, let's make this team one of the like exemplary team in the state जुन चाहिँ अब हाम्रो एउटा लङ टर्म ड्रिम पनि थियो कि खासमा हामीले अघि मैले एउटा भन्न छुटाएँ एउटा हाम्रो खासमा इन्टरनेसनल ट्राभल गर्ने पहिलेदेखिको प्लान हो जुनमा चाहिँ हामीले अब युकेसँग धेरै अगाडिदेखि कोअर्डिनेट पनि गरिरहेको छौँ होइन बिचमा अलिकति धेरै कुराहरू टाइमिङहरूको कुराले गर्दाखेरि पोसिबल भएन बट द्याट भिजन इज स्टिल अन र हुन्छ नि एउटा डालस गोर्खालाई स्टेटमा मात्र नभएर लाइक इन्टरनेसनल नेपाली कम्युनिटीहरूमा पनि हामीले लानु छ होइन सो लेट्स वर्क अन दिस टिम लेट्स बिल्ड दिस टिम इभन स्ट्रङ्गर होइन त्यही हो अब मेरो टिममेट मेरो के भन्छ साथीहरूलाई अब मेरो के भन्छ सिनियरहरूलाई मेरो कोचहरूलाई मेरो के भन्छ एडभाइजरहरूलाई सबैलाई लाइक आइ एम सो मच ब्लेस्ड अन बिहाफ अफ डालस गोर्खाज होइन एज अ टिम होइन त्यही हो अब प्लस अब तिमीहरू दुईजना लाइक वी आर भेरी ग्रेटफुल हुन्छ नि अब इभन बिफोर दिस अपर्च्युनिटी अल्सो हुन्छ नि तिमीहरू जुन दिनमा फर्स्ट तिमीहरू हामीले पडकास्ट सुरु गरिरहेछ लिसन टु अस भनेर त्यो न्युज तिमीले हामीलाई सेयर गरेको थियो फ्रम द्याट डे लाइक वी आर अलवेज विथ यु किप अन ग्रोइङ होइन थ्याङ्क यू फर दिस अपर्च्युनिटी लाइक यो टाइमको लागि वी आर ग्रेटफुल फर यु अल त्यही हो अब डु गुड गाइज
Yeah, thank you. I mean,
we are with you.
Yeah, तपाईँले तपाईँ दुईजनाले भने जस्तै
इमोसनल भयो क्या लास्टमा तिमीले यस्तो गर्यो अनि
अविनाश म एउटा कुरा एड गर्छु फेरि होइन एउटा चाहिँ अब सबैजना यो आज लिसन गर्ने मान्छेहरूलाई हामीले अब सेयर पनि हुन्छ पछि यो हाम्रो भाइहरूको यो पोडकास्टलाई एकदम सपोर्ट गरौँ होइन दे आर इन द लर्निङ फेज होइन अब कतिवटा 4-5 गरे इट्स गोना ग्रो होइन बिगर बट इट्स गोना टेक टाइम सक्सेस डजन्ट ह्यापन ओभरनाइट होइन अनि अर्को एउटा चाहिँ लास्ट मेसेज के दिन चाहन्छु भने विनोदले हाम्रो सबै डाला मैले अहिले बिर्सेँ होइन डालस गोर्खाको जुन फर्स्ट डे 1बाट अहिलेसम्म जसले कन्ट्रिब्युट गर्नुहुन्छ कोचेसहरू स्पोन्सरहरू हाम्रो यो उमेश दाईहरू पहिलेबाट हामीलाई सपोर्ट गर्ने हुन्छ नि एक्स प्लेयर्स फ्युचर प्लेयर्स सबैजनालाई थ्याङ्क यू भन्न चाहन्छु होइन कतिलाई थ्याङ्क यू भन्नु पनि पाइएन होइन अब त्यही भएर सबैलाई यो पोडकास्ट मार्फत थ्याङ्क यू भन्न चाहन्छु होइन अर्को चाहिँ एउटा नेपाली प्यारेन्ट्सहरूलाई मैले यहाँ अमेरिकामा 14-15 वर्ष देख्दा चाहिँ हाम्रो नेपाली प्यारेन्ट्सहरूले अझै पनि स्पोर्ट्समा प्रायोरिटी छैन क्या बुझ्यो नि मैले देखिरहेको छु 7 वर्ष होस् कोडिङ क्लास हाल्नुपर्छ होइन कम्प्युटर साइन्सको यो कोडिङ क्लास गर्नुपर्छ म्याथ पढाउनुपर्छ होइन स्पोर्ट्समा टाइम दिनु छ आफ्नो छोराछोरीलाई होइन स्पोर्ट्स भनेको यो पैसा मात्रै कमायो होइन डिसिप्लिन सिकाउँछ होइन पेसेन्स सिकाउँछ होइन रिजिलियन्सी सिकाउँछ त्यही भएर म सबै हाम्रो कसले सुन्नुहुन्छ उहाँहरूलाई चाहिँ आफ्नो बच्चाहरू छ आफ्नो कोही कजनहरू छ भने चाहिँ स्पोर्ट्स जुन स्पोर्ट्स खेल्दा नि हुन्छ सक्करै खेल्नुपर्छ हुन्छ बास्केटबल खेल्दा नि भयो जे खेल्दा नि भयो स्पोर्ट्सलाई चाहिँ अलिकति प्रायोरिटी दिनुभयो भने चाहिँ हाम्रो नेपालको बच्चाहरूले बिचरा चाहेर नि कति फेसिलिटीहरू छैन होइन यहाँको बच्चाहरूलाई तिनीहरूलाई अलिकति मोटिभेट गरे इन्करेज गऱ्यो भने चाहिँ यिनीहरूलाई रुम फर इम्प्रुभमेन्ट धेरै छ धेरै अपर्च्युनिटीहरू क्रिएट गर्न सक्छ तर सबै यो प्यारेन्ट्सहरूलाई चाहिँ आफ्नो बच्चालाई स्पोर्ट्समा हाल्नुहोस् हाम्रो एउटा न एउटा नेपालीको छोराले प्रिमियर लिग खेल्छ एकचोटि
Absolutely. I mean,
that's the end goal. We really appreciate all those incredible words from you guys, Dai.
या तपाईँहरूले भने जस्तै आई मिन मेरो इक्जाम्पल लिउँ न म डालस आउँदा मैले लिटरली एकजना चिनेको थिएँ त्यो मेरो रुममेट त्यतिखेरको पछि अहिले होल न्यू टिम आई मिन इट्स मोर देन जस्ट अ टिम के इट्स अ ब्रदर इट्स अ फ्यामिली होइन वी सपोर्ट इच अदर नो म्याटर वाट सो या थ्याङ्क यू फर जोइनिङ अस टुडे होइन एन्ड आइ एम स्योर विल गेट ब्याक टु यु इन फ्युचर
Of course, I would also like to thank each one of you who I've met as in Dallas Gurkhas. Obviously, I don't have many friends outside of Dallas Gurkhas, and Dallas Gurkhas is my family as well. So privileged to have all these friends who cheer me on and support me whenever I need.
Yeah, Binod, Pramoj, and maybe if you get a chance, I know actually Prozol so stay in touch, because like you said, pretty lonely guy. I mean, he cries in the night.
Prajol र मेरो त स्पेशल कनेक्सन छ ब्रो वी फ्रम सेम स्कुल मैन
Same school.
वी वेन्ट टु अब विनोदले डिसएग्री गर्छ धरान भन्छ हैन वन अफ द बेस्ट स्कुल इन द कन्ट्री राइट पट्रु
Yep, best school in the country.
विनोदले चाहिँ न धरानमा के छ उता उता छ घर दिन्छ हैन इट्स ओके हैन धरान
Special mention to Gandaki boarding school, the best ever.
पोखरा मान्छेलाई उसको लिमिट कहाँ हो गण्डकी स्कुल हो क्या लाइक बट इफ यु फ्लाइ हाई इफ यु आस्क द बर्ड where is the sky, the bird has different limit. If you ask an ant where is the sky, the ant has a different limit, man.
Thank you all. Thanks for listening to this podcast. Do follow us on IG at the Legion of Sports, as well as subscribe to us on our various streaming platforms such as Google Podcast, Apple Podcasts, Radio Public, as well as Spotify. I would like to thank you guys once again. Great prominent figures in Nepalese community, not just in soccer. We'd like to thank everyone for listening. We'd like to get in touch with you guys, as always, in our IG platform, all the memes and stuff.
Thank you,
Have a
Pramoj.
good day,
Thank you,
guys.
Avinash.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Till next time, goodbye. Peace.